And we are back with another episode of Two for the Culture. I'm Justin Devonte.
I'm Stephen Ray.
Yes, sir. And we are back. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Well. I feel like we've been setting up for the past hour. We didn't say a word to each other.
No, I was just had to work on a couple of things real quick. Really, just for fantasy league, I had to set up the payments and stuff because I'm the commissioner. So I just had to set up payments and just make sure everybody got it so it can be off my back.
I still don't even know what a parlay is.
Okay, so that's just I can explain to you very easily.
Yeah.
So you just have one bet and you combine it with another bet.
Okay.
And so that's a parlay. So, for example, say for basketball terms, you can bet LeBron James scores over 30 points, and so that's one bet. And then you would say LeBron James gets 11 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's another bet. And you combine it and those two bets into one. And that if he does both of those things, that increases a higher payment because those odds are more riskier on one bet than if you do it separately. But the odds of you winning it are less likely because you have to win both bets to win
at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if you just win one?
Then you lose your money.
Damn.
Yeah, but if you win both, you make more money than if you were to do them separately.
Got you. So football just started?
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Thursday.
Yeah,
yes.
I did see Tate post something about the Broncos.
Yeah. So they won. They didn't look very good doing it, but
is who Russell Wilson play for?
He plays for the New York Giants.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. But that's what made you ask about Russell.
He was. I just thought he still played for them.
For the Broncos.
Yeah,
that's not too far off, even though he played for another team last year.
Okay, so it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah, I ain't too far off.
Yeah, you ain't. But I think we do have a good discussion on today.
Yeah.
I hate to skip past our weekends, but I feel like it wasn't really much going on.
Shit.
Same work and driving. Same old. Worked for my regular day job, then drove afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have I think it was things that we brushed up on lightly that I want to go a little bit in depth on.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a really, really fun discussion for us.
Uh-huh.
All right. So do you feel like somebody can truly change? These are questions that's going to lead me into what I really want to
something
talk
else. Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you feel like somebody can truly change?
Yes. Okay. I feel like somebody can have more control.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a very vague answer. Question. And I feel like that one is a yes for me, just because we're going to grow and mature. We're going to be different people. We can change for the better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to be the same person you are at 18. You're just going to learn more, be experienced. We're going to be more traumatized. Okay. So, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay.
When you put time into the equation.
Okay. So my next point is, can you forgive somebody who cheats? Ultimately, this is really a more discussion on change and forgiveness and understanding what are our limits in between that. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of set the foundation. All right, can you forgive somebody who cheats?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I think we both agree that there's boundaries on that, right? So yeah. So if multiple partners, like if you cheat on me twice, that's clearly different to me. It's not a one and done.
Yeah, I'm not. There is just a possibility of me forgiving that. I think. I believe so. Yeah, I've done it before.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So if she was to cheat again,
nah.
What if it happened 2 years later?
I can't do that.
Okay.
Cause then what? What's gonna happen like 2 or 4 years later after that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can.
Yeah, that's a big boundary. It's not like you stepped on my foot or some shit. Like you another man was inside you.
Yeah. Okay.
Twice.
Understood. I'm glad you brought up that point. even though that's an obvious one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on how many times it happens, and so we both agree.
I think there's some type of I believe so. I don't know. I've never been with a woman for a long time after someone cheated on me. Mm-hmm. So I don't have the experience of a woman cheated on me and then I was with her for like 4 years after that. I don't have that experience. So I'm just going off of a hypothetical. I think there's a world where that could possibly be true. I mean, I'm giving the situation grace because I've never been in it and I don't know what I would do if I was in it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's a possibility.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I can set up some hypotheticals for you.
Yeah.
The first one was a deliberate act. Like, I'm going to have sex with this person.
I can't
because I want to. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't do that.
So what are some of the limits to where you can forgive then?
If it's like a situation of, again, I haven't been in these situations, so I could see me. That's too blatant. That's way too blatant. Mm-hmm. That's like if I read the messages, "Daddy, I'm on the way." Dog, like I gotta move on from that. Mm-hmm. That's way too like you're invested, in the cheating. Mm-hmm. I don't think I can. I don't think I could just like forgive like that. But if there's a situation of the common shit you hear, you at a party, boom, everybody drinking, now you drunk, now one thing that you woke up, you don't even remember the night, and then now you cheated on me. Mm-hmm. That sucks. But like I can deal with that way more than how you gonna hit this pussy when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't get over that one. Mm.
Yeah, I hear you. That's definitely a lot and very tough to yeah. And I'm kind of with you. Yeah. So, do you think that person who deliberately act about what you said, like giving the "Hey, Daddy" text while in a relationship, can that person change from that?
I believe so.
If they're 30 years old.
So when did they do it?
No, I'm saying they're 30-year-old and they cheated.
You're saying.
Yeah, like I'm not even saying like age-wise. Well, I did put an age on it, but in terms of like 10 years, now they're 40. I'm saying in the next couple of years, do you see that person
changing?
From that act.
I think it's possible.
Okay.
I think it's possible. It just depends on it depends on them. That's blatant though. So like that makes me feel like you're far too gone into that reality versus like you just like slipped up. Mm-hmm. So that would take a lot. I don't know if it would be a couple years, but I mean at the same time I'm not sure. I think things also depend on karma and consequences. So if let's say if me and her were married or some shit and I'm paying for your business and this and that and you do that and I just pull everything out, now your life is fucked. Mm-hmm. You might learn from that a little bit more, But if nothing happened to you and you just, we just broke up and you get to do whatever, I don't see people changing like that. So I think that's a case by case basis of that.
Understood. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, would you? What do you think?
That it would be hard for me to. So ultimately agree about consequences. When you have consequences, I mean, like, you going to prison. yeah. There's gonna be people who's like, bro, I ain't never coming back, and there's gonna be some people like, once I get back out of there, I'm going 10 times harder. Yeah. So so I understand exactly what you mean.
I saw a post. But this shit was like last month. It's this one influencer, and he's in jail. And he's one of them niggas with phones in jail. And then that man tweeted, he posted on his story with a caption on it saying, "I'm going to just apologize now before I get out." And I'm just like, dog, what are you doing, bro? And it was funny because like weeks before then, his posts were, I'm reading the book, I'm reading the Bible, I'm doing this, that, we just got to be better people. And then one day I read that shit, like, I'm gonna just apologize now for when I get out because it's up.
Yeah. And that's wild to say.
Yeah.
On a public format, saying, "Hey, I am not
on a public port." Yeah.
It's like saying, I'm not. Don't regret anything.
Yeah.
Of what I did. Yeah. So he sounds like he should stay in there, but I don't know what he did to get in there. It could have been like, and then he could be referring to somebody, like, I'm going hard on these hoes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like that's what's happening.
Sound like it.
Yeah.
He's going back.
Yeah.
He's definitely going back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just said that I agree with you. There are different type of people. The ones who are like, hey, I can't wait to get out of here and just change my life. And then there's the other ones that's like, I'm going to get that nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just hard for me to really, if you're that blatant, seeing you change in general, because I think consequences do matter. But I feel like breaking my heart should make you feel away. Like, you just like, hey, I don't care,
That shit don't be doing nothing for them.
Yeah, that's a character trait.
On God,
like, you don't feel bad.
On God.
And so I'm with you to a certain degree. It's like, how do you reflect when you don't care?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and nothing happens
a part
to
of
you.
me
You just
feels
get to
like
move on.
that's narcissism.
Yeah.
And that's deliberate work you got to do on yourself. It's not just a time thing to where, hey, I'm rock bottom. Yeah, rock bottom doesn't feel like it heals a narcissist. You got to want that in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and that's kind of where I'm at with this. So there's degrees of changing. One's, if you're not self-reflecting, then I'm not going to be with you on that journey regardless.
Yeah.
And definitely deliberate. It's like, I said last podcast, I'm so easygoing when it comes to like situations of boundaries. Like, I feel like my boundary limit is fairly high considered to the average man. So I'm just wondering, it's like, why couldn't this be a conversation? Yeah. And so so that's kind of where I'm living in that world. It's like, my boundaries are way too high, and you went over that. How you do that?
Yeah.
Right? Like you're not good at this in relationships.
How you do that shit? Yeah.
So, okay. So now I feel like where we may agree is we talked about forgiveness and cheating in that one time if you so happen to be drunk. So what if she so happened to be drunk with one of your best friends?
I ain't forgiving that shit.
Okay,
yeah, but fuck both of them.
yeah, but it was just they was drunk and they didn't remember, and something happened.
No,
exactly.
Hell no.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
I remember. Damn. No, it was this one time. One of my homies, he called one of the girls I was talking to fine. And I was, even if she is fine or pretty or whatever, it's just like, why you do that shit? Like, the side eyes there.
What if he hit you with all due respect? Would that matter? Like, with all due respect, your girlfriend is fine.
For some reason, that just did a lot.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, if he was to frame it like that.
Yeah, or if he came to me or something. I'm saying I heard from her.
Oh.
I didn't hear nothing from him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying in conversation.
Yeah, no. Like, she came back to me. She was like, well, I can't say like the full thing, but like, she just basically said that.
Why can't you say the full thing?
Because it's going to be very obvious of like who I'm talking about, but or the time frame and stuff. But that did happen one time where I'm just like, okay. But people are different. You know what I'm saying? People are different. I got friends who, like, if I break up with a girl, they'll keep like liking their posts. And I just like, nigga, what are you doing? Yeah. Yeah, but like at the same time, people aren't me. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know like I surround myself with people with like pure hearts and shit like that. So,
right. What if the post is not like her feeding the homeless? Like, what if it's like one of those? Is it like any post, or is it like
any?
Oh, okay, any post.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it ain't like that. But yeah, it's just like some people just move a little differently. But yeah, if I found out that my girl and my homie got drunk and all that, that's gonna that'll mess me up a little bit. Like in general, even after I'm done with them, like that'll probably scar me for real in different situations. Do you think that if that happened to you, like how would you? Can you see yourself moving on from that situation in terms of every time you have a girl now and who you bring her around? Do you think you could ever just let that go?
I try to treat everybody as their own individual, and so yeah, I think so. Like I wouldn't like, bruh, she can't come around none of my homies no more ever.
I'm saying, so you a keeper?
Oh, I'm talking about like any girl I bring around. I'm saying that too.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, if she did that, and it got to depend on the homie. You know what I mean? Like, is it somebody that I know is, how close am I? Like maybe this is a bad example, but my mom didn't treat us all the same. So if my brother was struggling in a class that I'm in 2 years later, I'm in that class, she's not going to hold me to that same standard she held my brother to. So that's kind of how I live a little bit. It's like I'm not going to hold every friend to that same standard. It's going to be slightly different. So the lady I'm probably going to break up with because, like, come on now. But it's like what you own. What I don't know. Like friendship is harder. It's weird because friendships are for me harder to break that bond. Versus
if they both got drunk together, that's a decision on both of them. Yeah. I mean, how you worded it seems like it's a decision on both of them to sit down and after a little bit of drinks, you start to feel it. There's got to be somewhere in a guy's mind, like, oh, this is like my homie's girl. Like before it gets to the point of, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I would feel like it's somewhere in there that it would hit them. Yeah.
How did this person move? Because we all, and I'm speaking on a different friend that may you're coming to your mind, but we may have a friend that have maybe talked to your ex or I'm speaking on a different person than who you have in mind. So yeah, because I've had friends do that in general, so I know that hearing it from them on my side. So you feel like a little weird in a way, but it's like, all right, I know him as a womanizer. Yeah, so I can see that happening from him, and we won't be like blood anymore. Yeah, but I could be associative with you. Yeah, but for her, it's a no. Yeah. You gave up the ultimate. That's the ultimate loyalty test.
I feel like it's more for the homie.
Yeah, so,
they damn near on the same level.
Yeah, I'm with you, but that's why I'm saying it depends on the friend. Yeah. And so that's just for me personally. Yeah. So.
If you get drunk with my girl Justin, it's over.
Yeah, I mean,
Anybody.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hell no.
I think I take my pride on that. Like that's something.
I thought that's like normal. It's like some
normal shit. And I like, and I'm sure I'm gonna be mad, but I'm just how I'm thinking it out in my mind that there's a way to come back because we've had similar. I've had similar situations like that, and like to where one of my friends tried to holler at my girlfriend. And they were actually in a relationship, and I ultimately forgave him for it. Yeah. So yeah, and our bond isn't as strong as it used to be, but I wish him well. Text him happy birthday, check up in and really want him to do well. Yeah. So
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think that just like decency as a woman, you giving yourself up like that to my friend is like, come on now. And this is supposed to be marriage. Like I'm not married to my friends. I'm not saying to God, oath for a lifetime. Right. Yeah, and I'm obligated to do, for sick and poor. I don't have that with my friends. Yeah. So that means that my degree is a lot higher of trust. Yeah, it goes a lot further. If I'm making sense.
Yeah, well, especially when you bring marriage into it.
Yeah. So at this point, it's like, why am I in a relationship if my goal isn't to be married with you?
Oh,
and,
okay.
And even if it wasn't, why? There's just too many willing people to, or there's too many single women out here to just start like clinging on somebody who's disloyal. It just doesn't really make sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but friendships are. I feel like friendships are harder to find nowadays.
I think so. When I look at other people, and they talk about how many friends they have and stuff, and I compare it to myself, not necessarily while I'm speaking to them, but I do see that even what I have is pretty rare to like talk to somebody for like 20 plus years and have a group of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't really hear that too much. Mm-hmm. It's also a little red flag to me too.
What if you
can't do that?
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have like a at least like one or two, mm-hmm. That's to me that's like a red flag. Like you can't hold on to everything ain't your friend's fault. Mm-hmm. You know,
right? So,
or your discernment of picking friends, something's wrong there.
Yeah, mm-hmm. I agree. Okay, so this one is kind of, it's still in a relationship, but I feel like you're gonna have a different answer than what you just had. How we was willing to forgive that one time. What about if your girlfriend steals from you? And she doesn't. It's not like even the cheating. She didn't tell you, but you just found out that she stole from you. Like she took $100 out of your wallet and didn't tell you, and had no intentions. It was like ill intent. I wanted that.
Damn. Nah, I can't stay.
Okay.
I can't forget that because that's the tip of the iceberg. That's what it looks like to me. Mm-hmm. This is the tip of the iceberg. How would you feel? Because I know you be working. Like you be Ubering this, boom, da 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 da, and then a girl just stole.
Yeah, I mean that's trifling. Like, because it was really, in another reflection now, it's like more simple than what it sounds. Because really, the conversation is like, how are we willing to forgive with having sex with another partner, but we have a straight line with stealing, like taking something
like $100, a one-time $100.
Right. Because I mean, if even though that's one time, like we can have a thing to where it's like, bruh, I watched another movie online. Technically, you stole that. Yeah. So we have like small lines of thievery that we can live within. Yeah. But so them taking something from you is like a hard line.
That's disrespect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like, nigga, like that. That's, I don't know. That's a.
What's she like? I used it to pay for bills.
If she said it like that, I'm still hating. I used it to pay.
I mean, yeah. No, that's the line they're gonna go with anyway.
All right, what bill? You know, they don't even. I don't know. Even if she did do that, I mean, I could see us having a conversation or whatever if it was like a bill thing, but I doubt it. Yeah, like if she actually just stole that shit, that's a like we were saying earlier. It's more like a character thing. Like, why would you do that? Because in relationships, it feels like that best friend factor is like the foundation, really, or like that's the shit that keeps it together for real, or one of the main pillars. So, when you do that, it just kind of like messes up a lot, like, yeah, like I've been in relationships where the best friend thing, like I like, even us, like there's certain things you probably know just second nature I would just never do, just off of the friendship. So certain things when it comes to that, yeah, I don't see me like moving past that, because then that's literally the foundation. Like love and all that shit is like smoke and mirrors for real. But like actually trusting your person, That's what holds the foundation together. So I doubt it.
Okay. So what if she stole a Chanel bag from the store? So it's not directly you.
It's not me, but she stole something from the store.
Yeah.
Baby girl, why you do that?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I wanted it.
Because I wanted it.
And nobody was looking.
I would tell her you got to stop doing that. I would tell her you got to stop doing it, or I can't be with you. Mm-hmm. But like, yeah. To me, that I don't know. Yeah, if you keep doing that, then yeah, like I can't be with you, because then I'm gonna be messed up out here. I'm gonna be walking out the store with you, and all of a sudden,
no. What if there's no consequences ever to your to her stealing? She just likes to do it. I
can't do it, because like my karma is great. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I can't be around people that'll like mess up my karma. Mm-hmm. Even though, like if you do that, you get away with it. I don't know how you doing that. You should stop. I had family members who used to steal and stuff all the time, never got caught. I'm like, you're not really made for jail. Mm-hmm. Like you should stop. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean I'm gonna stop picking up their call or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but like, nah, I can't. Not my woman that I'm around all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't want that karma on me. That shit sliding off on me. Mm-hmm. Nah, I believe in that shit.
Okay, I got you. So we're willing to forgive on others. It's just the multiple actions. So it's like, hey, you can do it one time, but that's it. That's a forgivable offense.
The Chanel bag.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Mm-hmm. First of all, how are you that good? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If she said she stole the Chanel bag, like I would in the back, I wouldn't say it, but there would be a little bit of respect there. Like, how did you do that?
Oh, okay.
You got to stop. But like, that was some nice shit. How did you do that? Mm-hmm. Cameras on. But yeah. No, I don't see myself. I can't. Yeah, bro. Like spiritually, like I cannot. I worked so hard to get to this point. Like I cannot like have somebody else like mess that up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I feel like my karma is just really good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can't have anything messing that shit up.
Understand.
Yeah. What would you feel like if they just came back with a Gucci bag and then yeah, we're just straight up with you. Yeah. It's like, yeah, I stole it.
I'm not gonna like it at all.
Yeah.
It's gonna play in the back of my mind, and I'm gonna not. I think that breaking up, like, I can't believe you did that. It's over. I don't see me leaning that heavy on it. But my mind goes a little bit different. So I'm going to be like a Gucci bag, and I deliberately chose like a high value bag on purpose, because like stealing groceries is one thing to eat. Yeah, so if you're doing that, or you're like, I needed socks and I didn't have the money to pay for socks, or something like that, I can understand and grasp my head around. Like, you would, if you had the means, you wouldn't have did that thing.
Right.
But you don't need a high value bag. Mm-hmm. So that tells me where your mind is at.
What if she said, yeah, I bought it, but like I was going to sell it. I already have it on Facebook Marketplace, and I just wanted to pay our rent.
Why are you with my broke ass? Nah, I'm just playing.
That's funny.
Yeah, I can respect that more. Yeah, but let me do the gritty stuff. Yeah. And not to say that I would. I'm gonna lean on my family. Yeah, mm-hmm. Like, hey, bro, everybody pitch in 75. Your boy, don't got it. And that, not to kind of get us off in a wild term, but I would hate doing that. Hurts more than anything. Like asking people for money. I need your assistance. Yeah, with a bill or something. That hurt. That's a lot to do. Yeah, on my side. So if I'm doing that, I need it. And maybe less so on my mom, but in terms of like asking everybody to pitch in to help me pay for something. Yeah, that's a lot.
But she know that. She know you ain't gonna do it. That's why she came back with the Gucci bag.
No, I will do it if I have to. Yeah. So, and this is also why having family around you is important. Like even having a church family. There's times to where I had to ask on behalf of another person for this thing because they needed help.
Mm-hmm.
And the church, not to say too much, but the church assisted in that for them. She did casually go, but they assisted with her paying that bill.
Oh,
and
wow.
It was significant, like $400.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so coming together and doing something and having a foundation of people that can willing to help and pitch in means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not to get off on a tangent. But back to the high value bag. So I chose a high value bag because it really is a mindset thing. Is that you're really that it's because a bag is a classist thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Hey, I am more important because I carry this thing."
Yeah.
Because if it was fashionable, why don't you wear the knockoff? Like it's the exact same thing. If it was how it looks, do you kind of agree?
The aesthetic of it?
Yeah. But it's like mental. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That changes everything on your mentality, and you're willing to take for that.
Mm-hmm.
Then it tells me kind of who you are as a person a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit deeper than the normal person.
I mean, that's the reality of the situation for sure. Because why? Well, I was about to say why do people be? I forgot the term, but when everybody goes into the Gucci store and grabs everything, it's a word for it. But but that's not true. They getting it to sell it and stuff like that.
I don't think so.
Which
I think
they're
going to sell some of that stuff.
Oh,
but it's really for them. Like
so?
Yeah, I think that people who are thieves will get it to sell. Like people they
looting.
stole. Yeah. Oh, that word. Yeah. So people who steal 100 iPhones from Apple, they're probably selling it to a certain degree.
Right.
But if 100 people are running into the Gucci store, a small fraction of them are going to be selling it online.
You think a small fraction?
I think a small fraction for sure.
I think it's more
because it's. I think it's just a high value classism. Because
I don't think when people be looting the Gucci stores, they don't be going to the men's section like that.
And you know why I feel that way is that there is so much value to a hardware store. If people don't, and tools are very easy to sell, very easy to pawn. People don't go into the hardware store stealing stuff.
Because they go get $3.95 for this pair of scissors or a wrench. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying there's a lot of high value items at the hardware store.
Where you gonna sell that?
The same places you still.
What are you selling?
eBay. I'm saying those things. Of course, it's not going. You can get a $10,000 bag and you can sell that easily.
Okay.
I agree.
So what? Give me an item. Like what is a high price item at the Home Depot that they gonna get?
At Home Depot, there's $1,000 worth of equipment. But
I'm waiting on the answer.
It's $1,000 worth of equipment. But I'm just saying, okay, they're not apples to apples, my guy. But what I was getting at, there's more Lowe's. There's different type of hardware stores that you could go and take from versus the one Gucci store in your state. That's what I'm saying. There's the frequency of getting those tools. That you can probably do a lot more with. I know it's not apples to apples, but I'm just saying you'll see a lot more things being stolen and resold if that was just simply the issue. It's really they're going to wear this item and show it off.
I just don't hear about people looting stores like that, and like the men's section is cleared out at the Gucci store. I don't ever hear that.
They're taking whatever. They'll take a scarf. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or maybe they are gifting their women with it. That's probably true a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I do believe that there's some percentage of it is being gifted or worn
or used, and I think that's majority of the cases. Keep in mind, I don't know looters.
Right. So, I was just going to say that
really
too. Like
speculation.
Yeah.
But for the most part, how I see people act is most likely they're taking the thing because it makes them feel good, like the high value item.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So but that's to my point is if that's the thing you're taking and you don't need the thing, then that tells me where your head is at, and it's hard for me to respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because now that carries into different ways, and now I think if you have that type of mindset, how can we build for real? Because you're always going to want for the things I don't care for, or desire, or spend your money in places to where, like, you're spending money to make feel powerful around other people, in a sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's just not what's important. Yeah. So I was like, how can we grow? Like, I mean, unless I, hit a lick in the lottery to where all these things don't matter, how can, like, realistically we grow? Right now? Or somebody just won.
Damn.
2 people, actually.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever do it. Maybe one day. What? Lottery.
I've did it a couple times. Not that I felt excited about winning. It was because my granny wanted me to get her a lottery ticket, so I bought me one too.
Right. So that's my experience. I used to go to Arkansas it was damn near like every Saturday at some point with my dad, and I had his nasty ass McDonald's coffee before I started drinking coffee myself. And we would go there, and he never won. And I'm just like, I'm not playing this dumbass game.
It is, yeah, and it kind of preys on your excitement a little bit too. Like, I get when I do the scratch off. Like, I'll get the scratch off. The insurance company every birthday will send me some scratch off, like a scratch off ticket. I do get excited. All I have to do is one more and hit 5,000.
Right.
Yeah. 7. Damn.
Yeah, the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that shit like Willy Wonka, bro. Like,
yeah.
That's crazy though, that the people who actually win that shit. And 9 times out of 10 they blow that shit off of cocaine and whores in Las Vegas.
Sounds lit. Got good memories.
Very. Yeah. I think I saw a video of one dude. He was like, I don't regret it. Like, I think I remember seeing that. That's the guy that I'm talking about. He cocaine and whores in Las Vegas. Yeah. And he was just like, man, I had a great time. And he was working at like he was either like driving buses or a garbage truck guy. There's a better way of saying it. Yeah. Janitorial engineer. Yeah. Sanitation worker?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm surprised. I'm glad he didn't kill himself, because that's hard to go back to.
I remember losing a bunch of money one time.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God. I remember that. I was up. Super up. I feel like I could buy anything. And then when that shit was gone, dog, I was like, I see why people be killing themselves. I see it. This is all right. Okay.
What would you have did differently?
I didn't blow the money.
You didn't.
Yeah, I didn't blow the money. I just didn't. I didn't set up things to make the money multiply.
Right.
I didn't invest, and I was literally doing things that I always wanted to do and to be. So like. When it came to Kaya, my daughter, like, I was here all the time. We started like going to better hotels, better experiences. The relationship I was in, we was going out often. I was spending the money on like not necessarily me, but like the people around me, and just being like the guy that I always wanted to be. Yeah, and that whole started going down and down and down. Yeah. I'm like, hey, we gotta go to the other hotel. Yeah.
Do you regret telling your significant other at the time that you had that money?
No.
Okay.
No, because that's what is that? I don't even want to be in a relationship like that.
Because do you feel like they asked for things a little bit more than they would have?
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
No, she didn't ask. I was just being the guy. Like, you didn't have to ask a question on certain things. Like if. You're budgeting with your woman, or you're budgeting yourself on things that you want to do, what she wants to do, with the family wants to do, your family, her family. It just was just like, yeah, sure, cool, let's do it. Duh. I just wanted to be. I always saw myself as that person, so when I had it, I was just being that person. And yeah, then the money ran out, and then the money ran out, and I lost the job. That shit was man, I was like, I get it. I get it, man. If I had a couple kids at that time frame, we had a house, a home. Oh my God. I'm like, man, I see why these niggas just be like, I'm checked out. Yeah. You know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
So, I got a question for you too.
What's that?
So, all right. So, in terms of going off of that, well, I guess I'll come back to that. So, in terms of my question is, in terms of leadership roles like presidency, government role, big roles that have a lot of pressure in it, who do you think can hold that pressure more, a man or a woman? And why? And then I'm gonna talk after that.
Okay. Yeah. Who can handle that pressure more? It's easy for me to say, man.
Yeah, right. It's
I'm leaning towards what I've seen and what I've known. You know what I mean? So I've seen leader positions, and so I've seen that more. So so my only understanding is men. But I've never seen a woman in like an executive leadership to where it's like, hey, we gotta lean on this person and she gonna take us through there.
Yeah, right. Like the president, some shit like that.
Yeah. And so I necessarily haven't seen a situation like that to where I could truly know for real. Yeah. But I think that I almost want to say that it's close to being somewhat both. Just because there's, when you ask that question, I lean to the strongest women I know, and how would they handle themselves? Like my grandmother is very, very strong, and she tends to handle things way, like, can take emotions of herself out of it better than some of the men I knew. So I look on people like that and say, I think that she could hold her composure, but I don't know. It's a different level of stress.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a different level of getting it. And then I also want to leave like, like would another woman put their body on the line? And I've seen that too, to where, a man's getting his ass beat, and then her woman tries to step in and help. She's putting.
Well, I ain't talking about that.
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about body on the line, like who, like a woman's willing to sacrifice herself in order to help in a situation. That's why I'm just trying to.
I guess you do have to think sort of like that in those big.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
positions.
Are you willing to go sacrifice yourself? Yeah, because that's in those positions. That's kind of what it is. And so if you got the know-how, you got the strength, then there's a lot of men that's going to crack. Of course, there's going to be a lot of women that's going to crack as well. So, and that's only for the few. And I want to lean towards both, but I'm gonna give it to a man just because I've seen it too many more times than not.
I think it's trendy or like kind of easier to say that too. Like for me, but I was on Instagram one day and I was scrolling, and it was this guy, and he asked somebody that question, and they said a man basically, they're more adapt. This is what he said. They're more adapt to deal with stress and things like that. And then the guy, he had a response to it, and he said that in a woman's body, like in their spine, there's something there that allows them to handle stress actually more than men because of the whole birth factor and things that kind of like relate to that in their body. And then he followed it up with just think about it, who has a significantly higher amount of suicide rates, and that's like men. And I thought about it, I was like, oh shit, that's literally factual information of men not handling pressure well over women. And it's like a statistic of niggas just checking out because they can't handle the shit.
Yeah,
there might be more pressure on a man, but
yeah,
I don't know, but it was very interesting.
The suicide rate is just. I feel what he's saying, but I think that's a little bit skewed because men check out differently than women.
What do you mean?
We're less likely to swallow a bunch of pills.
Yeah.
And try to in an attempt to kill ourselves. Yeah, we're
just gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah. We take the bullet to the head. We do the jump off a building. We do the thing that's actually going to kill us. Yeah, versus the chances of survival.
So we just real niggas.
No, I'm just saying, like we've. I mean, you know, somebody who tried to, off themselves and things like that. Yeah. So we know that suicide attempts. We know women that attempted suicide. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know any man.
Actually, yeah, I think it's usually more often than not. I've heard about women at some point trying to do that.
Yeah, they just don't.
Maybe you are kind of right, because it's just like you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And that could be the difference.
Yeah,
but the pills and the
and then
and it's very interesting.
Yeah, and then it's I think that what keeps a man typically is like societal, like women are more social butterflies. If we're talking about offering themselves, like the people
community
around you, exactly. Yeah. It's harder to a woman's going to be more accepted than a man. And for whatever reasons, whether man, macho, imano, you perceive yourself a person as a threat more than a woman would, So this could be, but I don't want to stay on a tangent on that as more as leaning towards adapting with stress, because like I said, I go to my grandmother and she's just built different. Yeah, so I think that, and I think she can handle things far superior than a lot of these guys. She grew up in a different time. She was actually homeless. Yeah, like somebody trying to touch her, and she left that house to be homeless. And living on the street for real. Yeah. So that's, you're just gonna be. It's the environment. You're gonna be built different. You're gonna go through any means to get what you need. She doesn't fold easily. Right. Literally, easy thing. I panic. She don't even concern. So it's just levels to this. Yeah. So that's why I was saying, I was like, I feel like it can be evenly matched, but I just seen it more. So if I'm putting my money where my mouth is, it's gonna be on the man. But it's not gonna surprise me. Like, wow, like I can't believe she held her own. I may be shocked depending on the person, but I've seen just women like really stand tall.
Facts.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's a very interesting, very very interesting point that you're saying. Yeah, I do get that as well when it comes to the community thing. Mm-hmm. That is a little different.
Yeah, and then so, and also it's going to be different. So I'm gonna say that more times than not, a man's going to take that leadership role, but I think that women can ultimately, and just because how even your daughter, do you call her princess? You know what I mean? Right. Like maybe not that little word, the term itself, but you treating her in that way. You're delicate. You're soft with her. Yeah, you're going to tell her she's beautiful. You're going to give them all those positive affirmation things. My grandmother, from my understanding, she really, even though she is beautiful, she didn't come with the environment. So how she was treated is going to be differently. And I'm not really just saying she was beautiful. She she's like a quarter Indian, and like I see her old pictures. Yeah, like next to her daughters in prom. I'm not even kidding. You couldn't tell the difference of who was the daughter. Yeah. I was like, look at you. I was like, you was a sex symbol back in the day. Yeah. So it's different how we raise our women just to be soft with and not to put a lot on them. So it was interesting. I was listening to like the red pill side of things, and for all.
What does that mean?
Like, it's a matrix. You take the blue pill, you take the red pill. That means you're awoke.
Woke.
Yeah. But so they use that as a term to where like you understand
red pill side.
Of life. You know, you kind of have your eyes wide open. You understand it fully for what it is. I think But it was he did. I always try to lean into like the fringes of what people have to say because there can be some truth to what they're saying. And so when in Germany there would be these guys. This is like in the World War II era. They would intentionally scar themselves because that shows hardness. Yeah. Or some people, even in the UFC, they'll intentionally mess up their ears to get that cauliflower ear. You know that cauliflower ear? Yeah. Do that because it's a sign of toughness.
I mean, like I would be a little bit more intimidated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
He's been through some things.
But if a woman has the scars, that's more trauma, and she's been through things, so she's less valued. Where a man values himself higher if he's scarred in battle. So
like the masculine energy, I guess.
So I think it's a type of like, and maybe it's more psychological than anything. It's like
it sounds like
men are more bred for this more than women have, because you're most as a father. I know I'm going to be thoughtful with my daughter, give her more love than. Like, bruh, stop crying.
Yeah, oh God, I was just talking about this yesterday with somebody, and I was just like, man, I feel like I'm going to be different. Like, it's not going to be the same, which is like natural. But I really wonder sometimes how different the interaction would be with who I am to my son than who I am to my daughter. They might experience two totally different me's. And I thought about that one day. I was like, damn. Because like when I was growing up, me and my mom, it was like the best ever. Like, she was so fun all the time. And with my dad, we weren't like too close for real, like when I was growing up. And when I look at, he was still cool. But like when I look at how I am with Kaya, it's just like all I want to do is make her, like kind of what you're saying, like make her laugh, enjoy herself, enjoy life. I'm going to be that to an extent with my son. But like, if he's crying and shit, like, dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be way more. I don't have all the answers to it because I don't have a son. But I know things would definitely be different, and it would not be this Barbie house upbringing, vibe. So I think when I was younger, this is just random, but when I was younger, I used to play with my sister a lot because we were really close. We were closer than what we are now at one point, and I would play with her a lot with like her dolls and shit. And I think my dad, he was just getting worried or some shit. So I think he maybe stopped playing with the dolls, or he trying to like interchange the toys out just so I wouldn't like go into the route of whatever.
Nah, give me that Barbie.
So things are just different. Things are just the way different.
Yeah, no, I understood that, and I understood probably where your dad was probably coming from. Like, hey, I need to probably do a little bit, because he may think this is normal, or whatever.
I don't know. Would I do that? Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if he's playing with a bunch of peak things, like, was you choosing the Barbie over the race car?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I had a lot of other toys.
Yeah.
So I don't think I would just be like overly like that.
Yeah.
But I would, if I saw that, I would try to test it out a little bit. And I would put the dinosaur on the table and just see if he,
smacks it off.
Grab it. No, daddy, I want her.
Yeah.
Fuck. No, shout out. But,
okay.
Yeah, no. I just seen people grow to a point. I had this guy, he's a mentor, or was basically a mentor of mine. And you know him, but I ain't gonna say it like on here. But I came into the crib one day with a pink hoodie. He said, "Take that off." I was like, "What?" Like, it's cool. I ain't seen that pink hoodie since. he had to have took that shit while I was not looking and threw that bitch away.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like that over. These are older people.
I know him too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but well, he don't care. My other best friend's dad.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
You need to take that off.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is kind of chilly in here.
I got you. Yeah.
And I ain't never see that shit again. And I think he had to have done so well distracting me or something, because it was like a week past, and I didn't remember where I put it. And I just put two and two together. Like, they might threw that shit away. But, there are some people that again, like the older generation, the more you go back, I'm sure it just gets like more and more strict with stuff like that. So, yeah, my son, if I see him playing with dolls, I wouldn't like smack his hand. Like, no! But I would like try to, you want to go to the arcade?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I don't like to like discipline physically, but I know that sometimes it's necessary. Yeah. I feel like I'll be tough but fair. Like, if what I was telling my little cousin when he was staying with us for a little bit, I was like, hey, you do the right things, you have fun. This can be the easiest thing for you or the hardest thing for you. That's literally your choice. Hey, just keep up with me. Hey, you got, not necessarily bedtime, but be home at a certain time. Let me know what's going on. Make sure you're doing your work, and you're gonna get easy money. I'm just giving you like little assignments so I can give you money. Like, take out the trash. It's $20 a week. Then you get $20 a week from my grandmother. That's $40. That's good weekly for somebody who was in middle school at the time, or maybe I think it was middle school. But until you don't, then I was working him to death, like literally working out. To where he's like, he couldn't even make it up the stairs. He just kind of passed out on the floor and went to sleep. I told you. Yeah. So and same thing for my nephews. Like, hey, I want you to have fun. You're gonna come home. You're gonna be at the Y, swim, do what you want to, play basketball. We're gonna work out a little bit, and then you got your work. And then after that, you do what you want until it's bedtime. Yeah. And then I'm one to try to create things. There's money. If you do well, you get good grades. Then you get this. If you don't, you get money taken away from you. So there's a game that we play. So I want to, and what I told them was, you got to make this difficult for me. Giving you grace and having fun is more difficult for me because I don't really have that time to. But when you don't do the right things, that's easy. Just go to your room. Yeah. I don't have to pay you. That's money I keep. Right. I win. I literally win when you don't do well. So you doing this, it doesn't hurt me at all because I ultimately get to keep that time. I don't have to spend because you're in trouble. Or I don't have to. I keep my money. I get to do what I want, not what you want. So you're supposed to make this difficult for me. And I'm glad. I want to see that happen. I want you to make it difficult for me. I want to like, dang, I gotta work some more to make sure I gotta pay my nephew for his A's. Yeah. So, and I want to see that for you. But when you make it easy, I'm not gonna feel bad. Yeah. I keep it all. Yeah. And I framed it like, and they understood it. Not to say that ultimately they did well on their own, but still. I want to always have the incentives. And of course, it's going to fluctuate. Sometimes it's like, hey, I don't got to pay much. Or sometimes like, dang, I really got to go out of pocket. So, yeah. Yeah,
that makes sense. Some tough, but is that tough love?
I mean, it's well, fair. I'm just saying tough in terms of the working out. That the working out is tough. This is, now you're having a strict environment of what you can do. I'm using loose examples. I didn't necessarily need to beat on you. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if it never ever came to that, then there's, you know what I mean?
You shouldn't even be here.
Yeah. I mean, like, at a certain age, why am I whipping you for real? Yeah. Like, you got to be doing something drastic for me to have to put hands and feet on you for real. Yeah, so.
I said and feet.
Yeah. Because I know what the drastic is, and I know what the level is. Yeah. Like, bruh, why are you stealing breaking into cars, taking a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very drastic. That's penalized, and if you're bringing drama to a house, bruh, you gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I'm just gonna kick you out and go back to where you was where your mom and dad is. Yeah. So it's really gonna be that.
Well, that's I mean, it's fair.
Yeah. I'm not because this has similarly happened.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm just speaking out of turn. I was like, bruh, nah, because the next thing you happen, if this is the route he's going, then he is going to bring this back to our house, and you're too old for this. I don't have the time for this. Yeah. So you gotta be gone.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it definitely makes sense.
Yeah,
it does make sense. Well, we had I had something. Let me see. The difference between religion and spirituality. Do you think that one can exist without the other?
Spirituality
and religion.
They can't, like, okay, spirituality, I guess, yes, and you really have to give the meaning on it.
Mm-hmm. It's not really a meaning. It's just like.
So I'm trying to use the proper words for it, but it's going to sound insulting a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I don't really respect spirituality like that.
Uh-huh.
Because, and no disrespect,
mm-hmm.
but spirituality is saying, I believe there's a God and I know He's real, but I'm not putting the work in to further what He wants for me, and that's bringing more people to God. That's actually celebrating Him, going to church, and I feel like it's I think it's just kind of like cop outish.
How can you not have that?
I think,
or do you just think like,
because if you believe in God and you believe the Bible is real, they talk about celebrating in worship.
Yeah.
And I don't see, when you talk about spirituality, I don't see the worship portion. I don't see,
for real.
I don't see you delivering more people to Him. Yeah. So, and that's kind of where I land on that. There's actually, rules that needs to be followed, and I don't think that's spirituality. I think it's just easy. It's an easy way to say, hey, I love God. I feel like I know that He's real, but I don't want to. I lazily don't want to do the things that's within the guidelines.
I guess I don't like fully agree with what you said, just because
I knew you wouldn't.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I get what you're saying, though. I think it's more of a thing. I think it's more of a thing for people on that like when you're talking about that, about religion in general, about like bringing people to God and stuff like that. I agree with that, and I feel like that's definitely something that should be done. I do feel that it can be more of a thing for people in that religious world if we were to just separate the two, and there wasn't like a blend or whatever. I do feel like there are more people on the religious side who take that part more seriously, because it seems like the people that are like spiritual are more like to themselves, if that makes sense.
Because spiritual is, I think there's levels to it, but they're just kind of like, when I hear like I'm spiritual but I'm not religious, what does that ultimately mean? What literally, what does that say?
Well, if somebody were to say that, I would take it more so like religion is like this like cut concrete. This is what it is. There's no wiggle room around any of this. Like everything happened in here, which is a book, It could be the Bible, the Quran, the this, the that, the whatever. And it seems like when someone says it like that, it seems more like everything is just like cutthroat. This is exactly what it is. But I feel like that phrase, what's the phrase again?
I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious.
I feel like that phrase comes more from the evolution of these books in general, and how like a lot of it has to do with man. Like there are certain books in the Bible that's not in there anymore. There are certain, we'll never know fully what was like completely in there. And we just talking about one Bible. We ain't talking about like other religions. So there's a man-made portion to that. And I feel like that's what they're saying more so. It's just like, I believe in God. They could believe in everything that's in the Bible.
Yeah, I mean.
But not necessarily, I don't know, like there's a thought of not knowing.
Okay. And I maybe can help a little bit. So God didn't put a pen to paper and write the Bible. So yeah, all of it is constructed by a man. So yeah. So the Old Testament comes from the Torah, which is Jewish, and then Jesus. So in the Old Testament, it talks about their coming back in the form of God coming back, and it's. I'm going to try to oversimplify this, but yeah, there's going to be God's going to come back, it's going to come back, and Son of God. It talks about all that in the New Testament. Jesus is supposed to fulfill that Old Testament. That's why you have the New Testament, which we follow. So the Old Testament is pretty much the Torah, or what Jews follow, because they don't believe Jesus was the Son of God. So they feel like there's still going to be a Messiah that comes back. So that's why they still follow the Old Testament. And the New Testament, which Christians follow. So that was put together. I forgot the name of it, and sorry for blanking out of it, but that was put together by a group of men. Getting all the historical facts and books together by the apostles in different sources. And there is other texts in which was left out because they couldn't properly be verified. So that was a collective of books. So like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John are, if you read them, they're all accounts of following Jesus. So you have different letter for Matthew, Mark, and it gives it that same history timeline, just so because there are witnesses to verify. You need several witnesses to believe something
matches
true.
Up.
Yeah, exactly. So all of it's coming from collectively in the form of a man. Where was I going with that? So now let's go back to that point of talking to about religion or spiritual, not religious. It's like, okay, so how I looked at it is like I'm being led by a different force in who I identify as God. Like spiritual, like, hey, I believe, I have a feeling, I know I'm a good person. And
why can't they be the same?
Because because there's commands, there is a way to act, there's guidelines that we follow, and that's what considers as Christian. Are you a believer of Christ? And that's like one of the foundations of being a Christian. So that's kind of where you start, and if you feel like that, and then there's rules that you follow. Not to say that we're all sinners. We're all going to act in sin. But to not try to make a commit to that guideline is like, all right, well, you're spiritual, but you don't know the guiding forces. It may feel right, and you feel like you're a good person, but to somebody who believes in abortion versus who doesn't, hey, I feel like this is not a life, yada yada. And the science says this, and then that may feel right to you, but me as a Christian, I'm like, nah, that ain't. Yeah, so there's guidelines of what we follow. You could be led by the devil and you not even know it, because you feel spiritual. I feel this thing. That could be a demon. Like you don't know, because you're rationalizing in your mind, because we are human. We may think we're being led properly, and we may have this ultimate spirit around us that makes us feel good or it feels like the right way to go. But you truly don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so there's guidelines that you need to take, and making sure, because you know the devil is real, and you know the devil is convincing, and I am very much smarter than you.
You're right.
So you got to make sure that, hey, I'm following the word because I don't want to be led astray. I need to be in the church and being with others who can help keep me on track. I can worship him together. We can all have conversations together, and being in an environment where I'm with like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
So this is not just we need to go to church every day. It's actually a necessity.
So let me ask you this. So if there is a person that's spiritual, or they call themselves spiritual, because it sounds like when you hear the word spiritual, you only think of one thing or one type of person. What I'm saying is that, from my perspective, I believe like a person can kind of do both in a way. So let's say there's a person that does both, that does follow all that, but they say spirituality, and it's not. I don't know. It's like how you're explaining it is kind of like explaining it as like other, but that's not really like how I look at it. Other as in like you're not religious, like you're not on this side, but like how I see it, what I'm seeing in my head is, or the question is, do you think that a person can be, quote, spiritual, like, outside meditating, tree hugger, did like that person feel like they're connected to the answer, all that type of person, but also reads the Bible, knows the Bible back and forth, only follows those commands as well? And do you feel like that can be one and the same?
So the devil knows the Bible back and forth.
He knows the Bible too. But like, but what I'm saying is that, do you feel like both of y'all are still one and the same under God, as both of y'all are still sinners?
I mean, yeah.
So why is there such a hard line?
You asked for my opinion.
Oh yeah, so, no. I'm enjoying it. Like,
Yeah. So I'm saying that I ain't gonna come like, nigga, get the F out of here with that spiritual shit. Like I ain't that with it. You know what I mean?
Oh right.
But yeah. So, but yeah, it's a part of me. It be like, I mean, okay, like all right, like that it doesn't carry much weight with me. You might as well just say, I'd rather hear it say, I believe in God. I just like doing me. You know,
but that's like the same,
and I respect that more because you're real with yourself, saying, "Hey, I just love having sex with these hoes." You know what I mean? Like I can respect that more than you give an answer to where it feels good with you. Like this feels good to say. You know, So it's like I want you to be real with yourself, and just saying, "Hey, I'm spiritual," or "Hey, I don't care to go to church on Sunday. It's boring." Like, just say that. Yeah. Versus,
but okay. Well, I get what you're saying. Yeah. It seems like, well, in my perception of what you're saying, it sounds like it's still one and the same. They're just using the word spiritual, and you just don't like the word spiritual.
No, it just feels like you're kind of lying to yourself.
Yeah, but it's like you're. I don't know. To
make it sound good, like be real. It's like you just don't like going to church. You find it boring, or you like your time to yourself, but you believe in God. You just don't want to take the steps to go any further than belief. You want to make it to yes, and that's kind of really where it's at. It's like, hey, I want to get an understanding, but I want to do it on my terms. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I can respect the realness of it, but you're saying, I feel like, churches, they all judgy and yada yada. That's every human ever. Like, you're saying something that is just a normal person. Like, we all sin. Yeah, We're always going like you do something. We're going to have a response to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Like you can shoot a man in the chest, and like every Christian is like not supposed to feel a way about that. We're like, hey, we ain't supposed to judge. We ain't supposed to like we're going to have a human reaction to things. We're all humans together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gossip. Yes, people are going to gossip and talk about you.
No, right.
It is what it is. Oh well, like I'm sure people talk about me in my church.
Mm-hmm.
I care next to little about it.
Yeah,
like literally zero.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah. Like it's close. It's It's a very thin line. Yeah. Yeah. I don't wild out about my conservatives. I kind of keep it because I did one time and it was a whole thing. Yeah. Like they got upset. I was like, they're way too triggered for this. They're way too, like they hardlining Democrats. Yeah. And I was like, all right, I'll just keep that to myself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So yeah.
You just don't think it's one and the same, basically.
Those
two words.
Yeah. There's guys we follow. Guidelines you follow. I think that church is absolutely essential, and not out. And even outside the things that I mentioned before of how coming together in assistance is very powerful, keeping you on track, needing God, needing people to pray for you, worship, giving to God what He's given to us. Offering is very much important and very much crapped on. Because I was listening to Ben Shapiro on the Breakfast Club today. Mm-hmm. And he said something that I knew but never really thought about. It's just, when they talk about like giving money to the government and taxes and things like that to one entity, and they're not actually putting the money into your causes. Him and Charlemagne and Ben Shapiro agreed on that. He's like, and that's kind of why church is important, or because you give it to the one entity that you actually believe in, and they're going to give it to others who can help need a cause.
Oh shit!
We get. I think we did it.
Yeah, my storage is full.
This is Two for the Culture. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Love y'all.